Alright guys, I hope you guys can hear me now. I am live. Okay, okay, I hope you guys can hear me now. Where's my mic? Okay, I hope you guys can hear me now. Alright, let's just pull up our VS Code. Okay, so till now I was able to add some functionalities. Let's just run our main file. Okay, where is what do we need over here? Just need this one. Let me pull up my previous project, how far we are done with this thing. So we got compound interest working over here. Compound interest is working, simple interest is working. What is the next option? Okay, so last time we were working on this thing, and where is my readme file? So we did we now need to do continuous interest and half-life. So these are the two formulas we are going to work on today. I guess I was done with the compound combinations, compound interest and simple compound, and then we need the continuous interest. I hope it was the, yeah, we have, this is the formula. We need to copy this image since we need to use this image later on for our, just to show it, so I'm gonna save it over here. NUOUS interest, continuous interest, right? We got this thing saved. Now we need to get the file. Okay, and this was our assets. Now I need to make sure where we are adding our files in formula. Yeah, so we're adding all the images in our formula folder, so we can just pull them out later on. Okay, so we need to make two functions. One is to do the compound interest, and second is to render and calculate the compound interest. Okay, so from here we are doing it continuous interest. So count for continuous and interest. Continue in your US. All right, this thing will take in what? Let's copy the methods from here. All right. Okay. So how many input do we need for the continuous interest? Let's check out E. So E is going to be the Euler's number, right? R is going to be the rate. So R, T, and P. So principal amount. So we will have three inputs. All right. So continuous interest. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to do return render. So this is our basic function for every other function we are going to make. Solve.html is going to take in the query and solve the problem. So solve.html, we're just gonna copy this thing since the variables are same. Okay, so continuous interest, and then okay, so our basic function is done. We don't need to close it. That's just save this file, go back to solve.html. Over here is where we are going to render the design of this thing, right? You can just copy this thing, but we need to change some things over here. Since the template is going to be the same, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay, change it with the, okay, hold on, I don't want to mess this thing up, so continuous interest, right? Go back over here, formula div, we need to change the image value over here, which is going to be the continuous, yep. From here we can say, where is the continuous? Okay, formula. Okay, this thing is not showing up. Formulae continuous and OUS interest.png. Okay, so we got, now we need to change our URL from here. Content, enter the principal amount will stay the same. Enter the rate of interest is going to say time is also going to be the same. We don't need the for one, which is going to be, actually we don't need the n1 because the interest is continuous, so we don't need it. Continuous interest starts here and it is going to end over here, right? So let's just see if this thing is actually working. We'll go to home. We need to add a button for the thing, so which is going to trigger the render page. All right, over here. We need to run the server again. Okay, so okay, so continuous interest is over here. Image is working fine. Principal amount rate, and this thing is also working fine. Okay. Let's check if we are actually working. Oof. Okay, my bitrate looks fine. It's not bad. Okay, my bitrate looks fine. It's not bad. Okay, my bitrate looks fine. It's not bad. continuous interest is fine, PERT. So now what we have to do is so this submit function is going to do some sort of functionality which is going to go to content comp and simple interest Fibonacci. Let's just go back to the app. Okay, over here we have to check the we just have to copy the same thing that we built before, nothing else. Prop data, right? Vendor calc. Let's do the same thing over again. Okay, compound interest should be switched with continuous interest. Okay, compound interest should be total input should be 3. We don't need 4 inputs. And okay, so this problem is coming from where? From the solve.html. Going back over here, data type is going to be this thing. Submit. Okay, over here we need to switch the action, which is going to be interest calculation with the problem type. Okay, so over here we have to switch to the content, which is going to be continuous interest, right? Switch back. Okay, if problem type equals to content, and then we need to check if request.form, like if it exists, right? We have the same thing as all of these things. PRNT. Okay, go back to the PRNT. So the basic formula will be like, we will take the P, which is the total interest is going to be P times E to the power RT, which is going to be in bracket like this. This is the basic formula that we need to imply, and then but before that we need to convert everything into an int. So np over okay, Euler's number. Okay, so hence if we want to use the val function to evaluate this, no, we don't want to evaluate this. We want to import math. Okay, so it makes sense to me. So we have to use the exponential function, which is going to be times exp. Then within that, we can say that we need to import math as well. Okay, so p times exponential e power r and t, which is same as e power x, since you may write your code as this and this. So we need to convert these ones as well. And and this will be our total interest. That is going to be the value of total interest. Since now we need to send this back answer to the render screen. Now we need to render the template, which is going to be solve.html. And then the answer is going to be the total interest. Let's just say to answer, so just for the sake of simplicity, switch it back to font end, since we want to view that. Yeah, let's just run this function again. All right, just give me one moment. I got a call. All right, I'm back. So where we were. Okay, we forgot. Let's just try these things. So we have a principal amount of $5,000. Enter the interest rate is going to be 0.5, which is 5%, or we can just divide this by 100 right over here. The number of failures is going to be 12 months. Okay, what is that now? Try 5%. Okay, so we got nothing. We got nothing. 5,000, 5% for 12 months. Okay, so okay, we're not getting any value. Okay, so let's just see what we are doing. Oh, okay, makes sense. That does make sense to me. We forget to uh do one thing, which is just this thing. Since the answer was a dictionary, and we were not sending any kind of a dictionary to the solve.html file, and this is why it was not able to render the answer. Hold on. Okay, that's a lot of. Okay, R is the rate which should be divided by 100. That is the percent. So divide by 100. Now we will get the right answer that we are supposed. Okay, so that is the amount of continuous interest you will get in the next 12 months. Let's try with 5,000, 5 and 12 months. Let's see, 9110. Let's test it on another website. Continuous interest calculator. So okay, we need to find our principal amount is 5,000. Interest per is this thing. Compound for monthly. Time in years is 1. Okay, that is going to be 9,099.24. Okay, that is compound, not continuous. We got 5,000, 5%, and it's going to be monthly, which is going to be 12 months only. So continuous compound interest calculator. In 1 year, in 12 years. For 12 months. Yes, yeah, in 12 months it should be. Okay, that is compound interest, not continuous. Okay, T is in years, so after 12 years, it is going to be, yeah, that makes sense. That is going to be yearly. So if we have 12 years, after every year, we have a 5% continuous interest. So that will be 9110.59. 9110.59. Okay, so we need to fix this float point because it's too many digits and then it mess up. So continuous interest. Let's just try with this one format. Okay, let's try this now. Okay. Okay, so int literal is cannot be. Okay, I have to keep reloading the server, and that's a pain. With base 10, oh my god, what? Okay, so T is the time in of annual interest rate is R. Length of time the interest is applied. But this is not the problem. The problem is here. Invalid literal int with base 10. Which line? Over here, but it was working perfectly fine. Okay, continuous interest. If this thing works now, it means that it was no. Okay. So end of R with int of R base, this thing is going to divide by 100 times. This times this exponential value of this thing, which is going to be this thing. Invalid literal end. Okay, this thing is still not working. This is not the problem. Because if this was a problem, then okay, I just fixed this thing now. Now what? Okay, submit again. Oh my, that's a big integer actually. Okay, this thing is working like this. Why not just convert this int right over here, divide it by 100, and then we just don't even need to convert that into r times int. Okay, we need to run the server again. Okay, we are giving in 5. We're converting that 5 into okay, this is weird. It should be simple as that because r times we get the integer value, we divided it by 100, which is going to be then we try with float divided by 100. Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, just copy this thing. Okay, we got this thing. Replace all of this with r, which is going to be that value. This float with this one. Let's try one more time. But our server is down, so it will not work. 5 with 12 years. Okay, could not convert string to float of this value. As it is a string, let's just not convert it into a float. Then it will be double costing, so let's just forget about it. Okay, on God, this server got no chill. Okay, $5,000, 5%. For 12 years, we get 910. And also, like, what if for these values we add dollars? That does make more sense. Okay, do we need to add integers? No, it is just redundant. I don't need this. So just integer value, float value. That's it. Yeah, this will be better. Okay. Sheesh. Let's just check our analytics. Okay, no one. Well, I guess our first of the functionality is done for the continuous. We should make a git status, git add, git commit, adding continuous interest, git push it. Now we need to work. Now we need to update the readme file. Where is the readme file? Go back over here. Continuous interest is done. What do we need to work on? Okay, design feature. I need to work on mobile design. Add a sidebar for functions. Okay, that's too much now. Yes, I would say that's it for today because yep, continuous interest is showing over here. We need to work on more design because I don't like this design. Honestly, but yeah, we're getting the answers pretty good. Let's just drop the stream, guys. Actually, nobody's in the live stream, so